Our healing journey is not as much in our control as we would like it to be, and you can confirm that by looking back at moments that you healed something and all the time it took for you to heal that thing. Like, what decided that this was the moment you healed it? Why not last year or the year before? Even if it was like you wanted to heal it, you didn't have the power in your hands to say, I'm healing this now. So healing kind of happens at its own pace. And there's a big process of surrender when we are partaking in a healing type of life, because it is a lifestyle. It is something we choose to do in this life, to continue to peel off the layers of everything we are not, to meet deeper layers of ourselves. And it's not just a one-time thing. It's not just something we do as a hobby or side quest or whatever. It's like working out, you know, a lot of people that are in a good shape, it becomes part of their life, you know, to take care of their body, to eat well. It's something that we choose to do because it's important for us and because we see the value in it. So healing is also something that is a lifelong journey that always has another level, if we can put it that way, to it. It always has another unfolding to it, that we can go deeper in it, but it's not something that we have to force ourselves into, because that idea of, oh, I need to heal this, is coming from lack. It's coming from scarcity. It's coming from, I'm not enough if I don't heal this. It's coming from, I am broken, from this mindset, and that's not truly healing. That's survival. And as much as we can't control when we heal something, when we get the breakthrough, when we're ready for the next step, as much as we can't control it, there's a lot of stuff we can do in our healing journey to create a space in which healing is possible. So let's explore a little bit of this together. What is in our power? What is in our true control? So if I do look back to my own journey, there's a lot of stuff that took me years to heal. And there's stuff, let's say right now, that I'm still figuring out. I'm still in the midst of it. And sometimes when I'm in the midst of it, it feels like, oh my God, I've been carrying this my whole life. Why haven't I been able to free myself from this? And it feels like it's gonna stay, like, be there forever. Like, this is permanent. But if I do look back at other experiences, other things that I thought were permanent, it shows me that no, there's a movement that happens, but it's oftentimes when we are healed from it, when we have moved to the next step, that we look back and we're like, oh, this is not part of my life anymore. Like, this pattern I've been carrying, this wound is not there anymore. But we don't often see it while we're in the process. We most often notice it once we're out of it. So there's a lot of like just surrendering and trusting the process, trusting that whatever we're doing now is the best we can do, and it's the most we can do, and it's working even if we don't see it. And in the bigger picture, like, we're not really seeing what's happening, and sometimes it feels like we're going backwards, it's not working, the wound, like, we keep on healing the same layers of stuff, but there's actually something behind the scenes happening. And especially if you're on this active conscious path of healing, like, you put intention in it, because for sure the person that is living a more unconscious life, that's just not putting any intention, desire, that's not building a lifestyle around this, that's more so just acting out on their wounds and on the stories that live inside of them in an unconscious way, they're probably not going to be healing. They're just going to be staying in the same loops. But I figure if you did click on this video, you're someone that is guided towards this, so you're already doing the work. And sometimes it becomes frustrating because the same themes comes back, and it feels like it's not working, and we're tired of carrying the same things. And you know, the aspect of surrendering and trusting the process is part of the healing journey. Because what's the point of healing? It's to, yes, discover deeper parts of you and live a more grounded, aligned, enjoyable life. So being in a state of surrender is also part of the result of the reward of healing, because it feels nice to be as you are right now with all the things you haven't healed yet and be like, it's okay. This moment is enough. Who I am. Sorry, my cat. Wait. This moment is enough. Who I am right now, as I am right now, is enough. And it's like oftentimes when we're like too focused on healing is because we're looking at the destination. We're looking at what we don't have right now. We're looking at like, oh, I just want to be happy. I just want to be at peace. I just want to, and we think that it's there behind once we heal this, once we heal that. And since it's like, it's never ending, it's like we're always going to be chasing. And the true happiness and peace is in this moment. So what can we do to help out our healing? Well, as I said, since we can't force the healing to happen, we can make ourselves available, receptive to it. So the difference here is that, you know, in order to heal something, oftentimes there's a lot of stuff that has to happen. Like we have to meet someone that tells us a specific thing that triggers something inside of us. We have to go through a set of challenges. We have to see a different perspective, and we have to go through all these things that trigger change inside of us. And those things that are outside of us, like that, those are the things we can't control. We can't say like, now I'm gonna have a breakthrough. It's like we can't force it. It happens sometimes in the most weird moments, like you're in the shower or you just whatever. It's like it just happens, you know. But if you're not receptive to it, maybe life will throw at you challenges and will trigger you and will offer you a mirror, like through meeting someone that will like, it's gonna trigger me, and that like, what is it trying to show me? But if you're not receptive to it, you're just gonna reject it. You're just gonna be always rejecting things, and the same patterns and stuff are gonna happen because you're never getting to the lesson of it. You're never learning from it. So being receptive is about becoming curious, like your external circumstances, everything that's happening to you, trying to see beyond, oh, this is happening, but what is this showing me? Like, how is this making me feel right now? I'm triggered. Where am I triggered in my body? What is it triggering? Why am I reacting this way? Like, why am I so upset at this person? And this is always a way to, like, this is an empowering way to see things, because oftentimes we point fingers at stuff that happened to us and we feel very powerless and like more of the victim mindset, you know. And when we allow to see the world as like, oh, this is trying to show me something, this is where we become receptive to what's trying to heal within us, what's trying to be seen, what's acting out. So this receptivity is a commitment. It's about committing, you know. It's about, and if you haven't done this yet, I suggest you do, but making a vow with yourself to commit. And sometimes like there's periods where I knew like there's something that wanted to be healed, and I said, bring it on. And this means like this commitment is like, I'm ready to also face discomfort, because healing is not always comfortable. We have to, these things that are acting out inside of us, it's not comfortable to meet them. But if we're running from discomfort, we're gonna be running from meeting this, you know. So making this vow of, I am willing to do what it takes to see, and I'm committing to a life. Or if a life is too much, I'm committing like right now to healing and to discovering more of myself. And you know, and healing is not all like pain and struggle, you know. There's a lot of beauty to it, especially when you release something. It's like, oh wow, like the rewards you get from it is so worth it, and the depth you experience from it. But yeah, willing to meet discomfort, that's something that makes you more receptive. Noticing things around you, trying to bring for more mindfulness, because oftentimes a way we push away healing, and I still do this to this day, even after like being on this journey for more than 10 years, there's periods where I distract myself a lot. And it's oftentimes because something is coming up and unconsciously I start distracting myself because I'm trying to push it back down, and I'm quicker to notice it. I'm like, oh my god, it's been like a week, I've been like watching a lot of shows, scrolling, eating junk food, just constantly like filling up my mind of external noise. And when I say, okay, it's enough, I'll take a pause, oftentimes it takes like 1 or 2 days where I start, like, it comes to the surface. It's like, oh, this is what I was hiding from. So I feel like trying to be mindful about how we distract ourselves and how we keep our minds and bodies busy so that we don't hear, we don't see, we can't hear what's going on inside. Because sometimes it's just really hard to say, okay, I'm gonna stop distracting myself. And just be mindful that that is because there's probably stuff that are trying to be seen, and you're unconsciously pushing them down. So that's why we distract ourselves. So be like, I'm curious, what is trying to be seen right now? Like, I find bringing curiosity in healing is very powerful, because curiosity is more of a playful energy. Sometimes we become too serious about stuff, and me included, and bringing more of that playful curiousness, like, oh, what is trying to be seen? Oh, I wonder. The camera stopped. Yeah, the curiousness, playfulness. I find that playful energy can alleviate the heaviness sometimes that we feel in the healing, and can make us more receptive to it. Because, oh yeah, this is what I was about to say, that there's moments where, you know, I'm in distractions and I'm watching shows every night, and instead of being like, oh, I have to stop watching shows, and with like that shameful, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, like punishing, like, oh, don't do this. Instead, I'm like, hey, I wonder, how would I like experience an evening without watching a show? I wonder what would come up, or I wonder what I would do, or I wonder how it would feel like, you know, bringing that like wonder experience to it. I took some notes, so I'm just gonna see what else. Oh, so another thing that can help you on your healing journey is to a little bit reshape the way you see your emotions, because oftentimes, like, we do this as humans, we don't want to feel discomfort, we don't want to feel the heaviness, we don't want to be sad, we don't, like, there's a part in us that just wants to be happy, that just wants to be alive, that just wants to be at peace. And so we have a tendency to put feelings into boxes as, this is bad, this is good. And not just feelings, like we do this with a lot of things, like this is a bad experience, this is a good one. But there's a lot of bad experiences that are the thing that brings you through a breakthrough, that are the thing that makes you meet yourself deeper, that makes you heal, that makes you transform. So is it so much a bad experience, or is it something that is uncomfortable? So sometimes shifting, like it's like we think that we should not be experiencing uncomfortable bad emotions. We shouldn't be sad, we shouldn't be angry, but those are all just the range of experience that we have as humans. It's the human experience, and as long as we're rejecting one part of it, saying this shouldn't happen, like we're not truly able to fully plunge into this healing and fully plunge into our humanity and fully like get the benefits from it, because we're rejecting a part of ourselves, and we do want to feel whole. So how can we be whole if we're rejecting a part of our experience? So reshaping how you see your emotions as something that feels uncomfortable is not necessarily a bad emotion. It's something that's here to show you surrender. And you know, I used to run a lot away from the uncomfortable feelings in my body, and as I've been doing it a lot less throughout the years, there's also moments where I come to like enjoy the sadness. Like, not always, there's moments where it really feels uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, I don't want to feel this. And even that, I don't want to feel this, can you allow yourself to just feel that, being like, it's okay. So bringing this I'm allowed to feel this way. Whenever we feel heavy emotions, I'm allowed to feel sad. I'm allowed to feel lost. I'm allowed to feel confused. I'm allowed to feel angry. I'm allowed to feel like whatever. I'm allowed to feel like this is too much. And just giving this permission to your body to feel it, for this to be living in your body. It's like you're not rejecting it anymore. You're allowing it to be alive, and you're saying your existence is permitted. And it's not meaning like, oh, because you're giving it permission, it's always going to be there. Quite the contrary. From the fact that you're not trying to push it away, it comes, it's seen, and then it moves like a cloud. My cat is really annoying. Wait a second. So yeah, filming with cats is a little bit annoying because I have 3 cats and they have needs while I while I filmed her. She was scratching the door really like intensively, and I was just like, okay, I can't, it's distracting me. So being more receptive to the full range of our experience, and knowing that it's all temporary, like emotions, feelings, even like feeling joy, and like it's not like we see this as a destination, but the whole journey, the ups and downs, the transforming is the whole point. It's not getting to a place. There's never a place where we get there and we're there forever. It's like life moves, and even if we would be there forever, it would decline. Like we need to continuously expand. Like this is what it's made in our design like that. Like our design is made like that. So shifting our perception about our emotions and seeing that they're all part of the experience and not rejecting them. And I know it's hard when you're in the bad emotion. I know it's really hard. So this is something that we practice. It's something that when you have a tendency to push it down, say like, let me see what happens. Bringing that curiosity, let me see what happens if instead I just allow myself to feel it. And when we feel it, we don't let it consume us, because the emotions are not us. You are the one experiencing it. It's not like the difference with feeling emotions and being consumed by them and feeling and healing is that when you're feeling and you're unconscious about it and you feel like you are the emotion, it's just running the show. It's on the forefront and it's controlling how you perceive life. But when you're feeling it in a way that you're holding space for it and you're saying, I see you, let me feel into this, and you bring grace, compassion, and you bring love to it, and you bring that permission for it to be there, that's where it actually heals. Because it's like that wound, that emotion that needs to be seen has been registered in your body because it wasn't seen, like in childhood or whatever, because you didn't have the tools to hold the space for it, and the adult didn't hold the space for it. It got registered in your body, and now as adults we reparent ourselves and we do that holding, and then that's when that emotion can free itself, move, pass like a cloud, and then there's something else, and then there's something else. And so it's like, yeah, shifting our perception about also, I said in the beginning of the video, but how healing is not about fixing yourself. Like, you're not broken. You're human. Sometimes, like, yeah, we want to heal because we think we are broken, we think there's something wrong with us, but that's just another thing to heal, you know, because that's a lie, it's a distortion, and you're just human. And if you knew how many humans, sometimes we feel like we're the only one like this, there's something wrong with me. Humans all struggle. And with social media, sometimes like we just show, like sometimes even me, I don't post stuff when I'm not feeling good because I don't feel like sharing. So it's only when I feel good that I post stuff. And then a lot of people just share when they feel good, they share the good side. So we just have the impression that others have it easier, but like we all struggle. It's way more common than we think. So it's not just like, oh, it's a you problem. It's just as we are as humans. And so understanding this makes us normalize it more and be like, oh, it's like, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm not broken, it's just part of the journey. And this is a true, for me, secret to peace. It's not the absence of pain and chaos and struggle. It's really being okay with what is here now. And I've built a lot of peace within me that I didn't know was available before. Like it's not always there. There is moments that are harder, and it's like I don't feel the peace at that moment, but it's there a lot more often, you know, and it supports me a lot more often. And sometimes when I'm going through something very hard, it's still there saying like, it's okay, you know. So for me, that's peace. So these are all things that you have more power over, and it's still a learning curve. It's still something that happens in its own timing. Like everything I shared in this video, if there's some things you struggle with, it's not just listening to me say it that's gonna like make you integrate it and embody it. There's a process. Like the healing journey, the journey of becoming, of shifting yourself is a process. It happens. Like you can hear me say this, maybe there's a few things that will stick, and then it's gonna help you reframe some stuff whenever you're going through hardships. It's gonna shift, and there's other stuff you won't have integrated. Maybe it's for later on that you're gonna understand it deeper. So it's just a process that takes time. Yeah, once again, like the biggest aspect is do what's in your power right now, but know that there's a lot that's not up to you, and it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that it's because you're like, yeah, I'm not doing it the right way, I should be doing it like this or that. And sometimes it's just a timing thing. Sometimes it's just like there's stuff I'm healing right now that, like, especially with sharing my voice with YouTube and making a living out of my creative gifts, this has been a struggle for years. Like I started trying to do this in 2018, and now we're 2026. So it's been 8 years that I've been forming this, and it's been a few years I've been actively working on it on and off, and there's always something else to heal. It's not working. It's like, and sometimes I got discouraged. I'm like, why? But then I just remember that, like, I stopped doing YouTube for a year because of this, but right now I feel like I healed another layer. I feel more ready. I don't know what's to come, but I feel definitely more ready for this. I'm still shedding, but it's like, oh, if I look back to last year, I'm like, okay, I see that at that moment I had other things that were not in my awareness that I had to heal, you know? And I couldn't have forced it. I was trying to force it. I was like, just work. I need you to work. But I can't, we can't. We can't. And yeah, so overall, like, it's also about the relationship you build with yourself. Because oftentimes, like, we reject a lot of ourselves. Like, we can be very hard on ourselves, and we can be very like, you should understand this by now. Why are you still doing this pattern? Like bringing a lot of shame to ourselves, and rejecting, like, every time we distract ourselves, every time we push down, every time we run from our feelings, the message we are sending to our subconscious is, you can't trust me with how you feel. And the way that all the, let's say, the old stories that live inside of you, let's say your inner child is really wounded from something that happened, and every time it tries to come up to you, you push it away. You're like, no. So then it feels like, oh, I can't trust that I'm safe to express myself. So over time, what happens when you hold space for your feelings, like every time you learn to love yourself a little bit more, hold a little bit more compassion, hold a little bit more space, you are building relationship of trust and like self-trust, and you're building inner safety. So over time, what happens is that your feelings feel safe to come to you. Just like a friend, like if you're always rejecting your friend every time they like dismissing their feelings and stuff, they're not going to turn to you when they have issues. But if you're like the friend that holds space, that's welcoming, that's like, yes, come, it's okay, come as you are, they're going to want to share with you when they're going through hardships. So it's the same things with your emotions. Like for me, I've been building on this for a few years, like especially like in the last few years, my relationship with myself. And I do feel like now, whenever there's something, it's a lot quicker for it to come up, because when it does come up, I see it, I acknowledge it, and I'm like, okay, let's figure this out together. Let's hold the space with this together. And so it feels like, oh, I could trust that if I'm ready to come out, there's going to be a space welcoming me for it. So this sums up pretty much what I feel you can do, what's in your power in your healing journey. Instead of trying to control the outcome and when you get the breakthroughs, these are things you can work on, like bringing more mindfulness in your days, being more curious, bringing more receptivity, changing your perception on what your emotions are, like the bad, the good, and yeah, everything else I said in this video. So hope this was helpful. Let me know what woke up in you when you listened to me. If there's anything that was like, oh, like a haha moment, like, oh yes, okay, this is good, this I'll keep with me, or whatever you are still working on. Let me know. I'm really curious to know like where you are at, how you feel, because I'm just talking to a screen and I don't know who's listening exactly to me. So it's nice to have an input to know who I'm speaking with and how what I'm saying is landing. So much love. Mwah! Talk to you soon.